Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft with Hound Dogs. Now, today we've got the second leg of the Europa League next round. It's against West Ham. So, unfortunately, we lost our first leg 4-1. So let's take a look at that and how that went down. It's not surprising, I'll say. We kind of had to move the team around because unfortunately we've had a few players injured, one player's left, two players have left. So it's kind of been a bit of a bit part team that we had to put out, and it's going to be in this second leg as well. Vitinha getting a goal really early on in the game, and then just after half time, they were able to get a second. So it meant that they were 2-0 up very quickly in the first kind of 45 minutes, and it caused us issues. They got another one as well in the 72nd, where this time Dansgaard was able to get through and tuck it past the keeper. And a fourth came as well in the 80th minute from a corner. Now, we did manage to get one back. Obafemi was able to slot one past the keeper to make it 4-1. So there's still a small chance, but like I say, we had to kind of force players into the side. As you can see there, Obafemi was injured. And it was hard to work a team in. I'll show you more about that in a sec, because what we'll do first is quickly show you the transfers. There has been, so Vebjorn has left us. We've got a couple. So Lucio Flavio has gone on loan to Mallorca. He's just wasn't getting the game time, wanted to be loaned out, so I said yes. Vebjorn's left for 950k, so we lost a bit of money on him, but it was in his contract to leave for that much. Spal came in, spent that money, so he's gone, which is it's a massive shame because we could have done with him in the West Ham game. And then Franco Carrizo as well was moaning that he wasn't getting enough game time, so I was like, I don't want to let you go anywhere. He then argued with me, so I said, fine, we'll loan you out for the rest of the season. That has meant that we've had some issues. We'll be losing Karel Eiting at the end of the season. He wanted a new contract, and I was like, yeah, sure, we'll give you a new contract. He wanted £58,000 a week. We can't offer him that. We literally can't offer him that. So we've had to sell him and move him on. So he will be leaving us. So we're going to have to look for another centre midfielder to replace him. It's going to be a tough one, but like I say, it's been a tough little period. We've obviously, with the issues of not being able to register all the players we want, players being injured like Mbayamba. I'm gutted he's injured because he would have been great to come in. Samuel Kalu is going to have to play, although not fully fit, because Daga Ang is injured and he shouldn't really be on the bench, but I'm going to put him there anyway. Obafemi can play, but I think Romero's just in a bit more form. Saranic as well there. So it's better than the last leg because we had a few more players out, but Mitford is having to play centre-half for us in there. Not ideal. He's probably a player that we'd end up moving on, or I was thinking about moving on anyway, but at the moment, we've got to play him. The only other option was Karel Eiting maybe coming in there, but I think Mitford just maybe is ahead of him in that sense, playing centre-half. But let's jump into the game. It's going to be tough. We know it. All the games in Europe are tough, especially for a team like us. I was maybe a little bit overconfident going into this initially. Not that I really had much choice in the team selection, but I was a little bit confident that we'd be okay and do all right in it because of how we performed in the Champions League. But we're away now against West Ham at the Olympic Stadium. It's going to be tough, really, really tough, especially considering the first leg being 4-1 to West Ham. But hey, we could still get something out of this. There's no reason why we can't get 3 goals and win 3-0. Not likely, but possible. So we'll see how things go. But it is West Ham coming forward straight away. Bowen looking to try and get there. Kalu does clear it, but it only falls to Ilner, who finds Emerson Royal on the right-hand side on the overlap. He cuts it back to Fagioli, back to Emerson again. They're working it so they can try and get a ball into the box, but it falls to Souček on the edge. off the bar, falls to Bowen, and there it is. Think that kind of just wraps up the game for us. I don't think we'll be getting anything out of this now. I think that is kind of it. So let's just see if the boys can get anything more from the game going forward. But it's a very, very poor start. 1 minute in and we're conceding from a rebound. It's not great. Stamenic, Mitford, Saranic, Stamenic again, Naranjo, Romero, back to Naranjo, who's looking for that overlap. Is he going to be able to get a delivery in? He does fire it across to Salafu, who scores. That's the response to have. It might be offside, which would be a massive shame. I hope it's not, because that would have been the perfect response from kickoff, getting a goal to level things again. It's awarded. Oh, great. That's good. I mean, that was lovely football as well. Staranic into Naranjo, then Romero, who plays it back to Naranjo, who's able to kind of cut back and fire it across for Salafu in the box to tap it home. It's 1-1. He's levelled things. A minute later, 2 goals in 2 minutes. If the game's like that, we'd be ending up with 90 goals. I don't think that'll be happening, considering we're in 12 minutes already. As Emerson Royale looks to deliver, Murray heads clear. Saranic should get there. He does. He launches the ball forward for Romero to chase, but West Ham deal with it, and they're going to come forward once again. Emerson Royale. Then it finds Igna up top. He plays back to Souček into Igna again. Lina or Ilgna? Or Igna, I don't know. But Howe just shot there, and it was saved by Vodisek to keep it at 1-1. Would have been much more exciting if we were able to make the game a bit closer in the first leg, but not to be, as we are in the second leg now, 5-2 down. But hey, anything can happen. Hein into Tagir. He looks out left to Richards. He's got a bit of footballing ability for sure. Souček, Tagir. I don't know where Declan Rice is for him. I'm sure they've probably sold him by this point. Mitford into Stelmaric. If Mitford did well there to get that header down, because it could have bounced over him and caused issues. Salafu, Dirasuba into Saranic. Can he find someone? Romero. He's going to look to Ballard. Then Salafu, who's through on goal, who tucks it away. Is that offside? That put me on edge, because I felt like that was going to be offside then. But 2-1. Oh, that's not bad. Some good football again when we've got a team with a bit more connectivity, bit more coercion. Coercion? Coherence. The ability to play with each other better. Oh, Jesus. 17 minutes in. 2-1 up. 5-3. We only need 2 more goals and we're level, which isn't too bad. But West Ham aren't going to go down lightly, that's for sure. As Tagir looks to play it back again. They're trying to keep the ball. We're only 70 minutes in, 3 goals. We're being treated here. Kalou does well to cut that out. He's played very, very well at right back, I have to say. Signing him up, to be honest, I wasn't sure how he was going to fit in. I was more thinking maybe a backup player, someone who can just fill in when needed. But he's done very, very well coming in and playing at right back at stages. And he's starting to, to be honest, it could make it his own soon. Narandro's strike is blocked and it falls to Saranic, whose shot is saved by Hein as the cat flies up onto the desk and then the window. God knows what happened there. But wow, we're still going. We're still going strong. Kalou looking to deliver this one. Ball comes in, goes up. Souček heads clear. Salafu Dirasuba should be able to get to that one though, as he looks to turn and try and create something here. He's being pushed out wide, but maybe a delivery into the box would be a good idea as it comes in, but it's casped. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. It's caught behind, as West Ham will now look to go forward once again. Is this still the same highlight? Have we even had a break from this highlight? Because it just doesn't seem like it's ever going to end. Are we watching the whole game? I'm pretty sure it's key highlights, yeah. Obviously, it's been a very intense first 20 minutes of the game as the ball switched out to Bowen into Egner, who's Bowen's now got through. Can he shoot? He does. Vodisek saves it. Kalou and Vodisek work well together to get the ball out wide to Dominic Ballard. Ballard now looking to come forward. He's going to take on his man who's playing at left back. I don't know who that is, but he's taking him on very confidently. Plays it back, finds Saranic. Then Kalou, I'm guessing, is there. Yes, he is. as we restart again. But we're still in it. But so are West Ham. They're not going to stop, as Tagir's shot is saved by Vodisek. It was a bit tame on the left foot on the kind of half volley, but Vodisek to take the goal kick. Only 5 minutes gone since we last mentioned the time. I can't quite believe it. It's so action-packed. The ball goes forward. Bowen up to Ilner, who's through on goal, and he finishes it. Bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, I think that maybe secures things for them a bit more. Would have been nice to have a bit more of a better result in the first leg, but in the second, it being 2-2 isn't too bad. 25 minutes in, though. I mean, crazy number of goals so far. As we, I mean, it does set itself up for the second half just to have nothing happen, to be fair. So I'm not going to complain that there's been lots of action. As Jared Bowen looks to try and get out here, finds Souček, Fagioli, finds Wolf into Ilner. We've got plenty of players around him. Can we stop? Nope. This ball's come right the way through to Bowen. Maybe this is where the likes of Kalou have positioning wise and maybe awareness defensively. He struggles a little bit, but it's a long ball for Maximiliano Rana was going to go up. He's what he said. He's what he said. Wow. Maximiliano Romero has requested that if a bid of £2.5 million, I think, is received for him to leave. So I'm not too worried if he does go. We have got a couple of players that could replace him coming in at the end of the season. So I'm not overly concerned if that is the case and he does end up going. But at the moment, no one's got anywhere near that for that valuation. So we're all good so far. But Jared Bowen is causing absolute havoc on this left-hand side for West Ham. As he plays the ball back through to Wolf, whose volley is, I mean, he's stretched for that volley, but it does just go wide of the target. Keeper dived, was unsure if it was going to be in on target or not. But as we reach half-time, it's been a decent first half, I have to say. All things considered, if you ignore the first leg, we're doing very, very well. Otherwise, I think we'll kind of stick where we are for now. We can bring on the likes of Obafemi, maybe Sawadogo on in the second half at some stage. But Mitford's done pretty well. I have, again, for having to come into a side in a Europa League game, which is against a very, very good West Ham team. Header away by Murray. Saranic, can you make something happen now? Drive forward with that ball. We've got a few players in support of you. We've got one in front, and there's two players, two West Ham players. Dominic Ballard looking to get down this right-hand side. We've got the box is being filled. We've got to deliver it, surely. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that was. Demaric is forced to go back to Murray. I think Ballard kind of messed it up a little bit there. But Mitford finds Staramic. He looks out wide to Soler on the overlap. Can he get a delivery in? He's going to look to take on his man. Cuts it back to Naranjo, who might be able to get a yard and shoot. He's played it into Salafu. Finds Saranic. Saranic plays it back to Salafu, who has got his hat-trick for today's game. Got us the lead once again. 2 goals off of being level pegging once more. Great football. Soler doing very well, finding Naranjo. He had the awareness to play it inside to Salafu, who's a free man. And instead of shooting, which I was really expecting from Saranic, he cuts it back for Salafu to smash it in. I think Saranic probably could have scored from that angle, but hey, if he's got the awareness to tuck it back to someone who's got effectively an open goal to score from, why not? As it is West Ham coming forward now. Hour on the clock. Half an hour to go. Wolf looking through to Haug, who's through on goal. Vadisek is able to match the shot and saves and puts it out wide for a corner. It does mean that they will still be coming at us, though, as Bowen will take this one. Left-footed cross into the box. It's dealt with well by Murray. The height is able to kind of get his head on that and deal with it. Mbayama's not in there, so he's having to do most of the heading work at the back on his own. As Tagir finds Igna, who finds Bowen, who's on his left-footed, strikes the crossbar. I mean, it's a great effort as they dominate the game still in the stats. But we are dominating the only stat that matters in today's game. Unfortunately, they are winning in the stat that matters overall. Now we've got 15 minutes to go. We gotta make something happen. Try and change something up. Maximiliano Romero will come off. Obafemi on. Staranic will bring Sourdough on for you. Pop Staranic back in there. Sourdough will go forward more. I don't know why I'm putting him as a ball-winning midfielder, because he's not going to be able to win anything in there. That's not how he plays. Wolf's shot goes high and over the bar. Not going to concern Vodisek at all. So we will change Saranic in from a ball winner to an advanced playmaker, because we just need to get the ball forward at this stage. We need every attacking threat we might possibly have. O'Reilly receiving it. Satalo. West Ham keeping the ball now. They know they're pretty much done it. Unless something drastic happens in the final 10 minutes, they'll be comfortably through to the next round. As Emerson Royale is played through on the right-hand side, Soler getting back to try and defend this. It's played inside to Hogg, then Emerson, then Hogg, then O'Reilly, who's whipped the ball in. Wolf's in there on the left-footed volley. He had to turn and pivot on that one. He's done well to actually get a shot away in the end. But with that, we will be going attacking to try and get something more. Vodisek's long ball forward. I mean, it just goes to... That's not to anyone. Obafemi's not going to get to that, is he? Now, Souček keeping the ball once again, West Ham. 7 minutes to go. Can we nab something here? I don't know if we'll be able to, as Haug gets the ball on the right-hand side. He looks for a switch over to Igna. It is Murray who will be going out to meet him. He's beaten at that far post. Ball comes across and Jens Petter Haug taps it in from Igna's cross. Not a real surprise. We knew we were going to have to push. It created those gaps for them to get into. And ultimately, our defence just hasn't been good enough for us to be able to get anything from this. Torben Carson, we will bring you on, though, for Soler. As the game is coming to an end, we'll just give you some game time. Why not? Give you a bit of money, because I'm sure you've got an appearance fee in your contract, because I don't really pay attention to that stuff. Wolf delivers. Naranjo heads clear. Only a minute to go now in normal time, as the press is on. 7-4 on aggregate, though. Is that a good result? Is that a good outcome? Well, I mean, it's not a good result, because a good result would be winning. But it could be another one here. Yeah, there you go. Lockwood puts that one away. I've got something in my eye, although it could be offside. Is ref going to be nice to me because I've got something in my eye? And then... Oh, no, he's not. He's just going to give them the goal. Great. Wonderful. Thanks. Let's just get this game over with. The Cats come down to try and support. You're too late, mate. We could have done with your help earlier. But there you go. That is that. It does end our time in the Europa League this season. It was a good run in the Champions League. We did very well. The most points I think we've ever got in a group stage. Unfortunately, we are knocked out in first time of asking in the Europa League, though, by West Ham. Wasn't quite the performance we'd hoped for, and quite the result we'd hoped for. We will be coming back for the end of the season review. We'll show you the Pepe Reyes Cup final, which we've got against Man 62, see if we can win that. And we've also got, we're looking likely to go to the Intermediate League Cup final. All we have to do is beat Lynx or draw with them in the next game, and we should be fine. But we'll get to the end of the season, and then I'll show you any highlights from that. But that is almost it for the season. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. See you then.